Hello, everyone. Good evening. I hope all of you are doing well. Please let us know in the chat box how you're doing, where you're logging in from. I'll introduce myself. I am Abhishek Parikh. I'm a deputy director working with Skill Arbitrage. And as you know, from tomorrow onwards, we are going to be having a boot camp, a 3 day boot camp, wherein we will be talking about this opportunity which we have, which is for independent directors, right? uh, there'll be a lot of things that we will be discussing throughout these 3 days. We'll start from the very basics, and then we'll share a lot of advanced strategies, skills with you. But all of that is something that is going to be very, very easy. That is something easy for you to understand. That is something that we will make sure of. We'll keep the session also very, very interactive. Okay. The main purpose of these 3 days of sessions is to introduce you to this massive opportunity which not a lot of people are eyeing at the moment, right? This is something which is fairly unsaturated in a country like India, where there is so much competition. This opportunity, surprisingly, right now is unsaturated. Time is of the essence over here. We have to understand that right now it is unsaturated. So whoever is going to be taking on this opportunity, starting to work on it right now, they are going to be definitely having a leverage, a particular, a better chance to getting securing opportunities right now. So that's it. Now, with that, let me tell you why are we having this session today. So this is more of an AMA session wherein I would invite you guys to ask anything to us with respect to the boot camp, the opportunity, right? Rest assured that everything will be discussed in the 3 days boot camp in a lot of detail. But before that, as a precursor, if you have any doubts, any questions, I'm here to answer those, right? So I'll start taking up your questions. You can start putting that up in the chat box. But before we do that, let me just introduce certain introduce this topic to you, introduce the opportunity to you. Like I said, it will be discussed in a lot of detail in the sessions. But as beginning, this is what I would like to say. So the thing is that in 2026, this year, India has a lot of openings with respect to the ID opportunities, right? What is an independent director? An independent director, basically, this position is a paid seat on a company board and earned on the experience that you already have. Remember this, you don't need to go ahead and get any other experience over and above what you already may possess when we talk about ID positions, right? Then there is another thing that a lot of people miss, which is IDs aren't just for big listed companies. Even smaller companies, unlisted companies, in a lot of cases do need independent directors, right? So that's that. Even an unlisted company, in certain cases, such as it having crossed more than 10 crores of profit, or 100 crores in turnover, or 50 crores in debts, in that case is also an unlisted company will also need independent directors. Then we have fintechs and NBFCs who will also need independent directors. Then we have real estate investment trusts, which also in a lot of cases need independent directors. So there is this massive opportunity which exists right now with respect to independent directors. Now, you would ask me that why is it that this is happening now? Companies have already always existed, unlisted companies have always existed, listed companies have always existed. We have not really heard of ID positions opening up earlier. So why is it that it is happening right now? So see, the thing is that this is happening because a lot of businesses are going digital now. And since a lot of businesses are going digital, they have to they are making UPI payments, they're accepting payments through UPI. Their all their earnings are visible, right? It's difficult to hide your earnings. And since you have to show your earnings, it means that naturally you will have to abide by certain SEBI regulations. And SEBI regulations say that you have to appoint an independent director in certain cases. So earlier, even though people kind of get away with not appointing independent directors, businesses, not people. So, but even though businesses earlier got away with not appointing independent directors, that is not something which happens now. You have to absolutely appoint independent directors. That is a mandate, right? That you have to take care of. And because of that, there are all these positions which are opening up today, right? So that is basically a big reason as to why there are so many positions. Secondly, we all know that there are so many businesses, so many new ventures coming in India, left, right, and center, right? All of us know someone or the other who has started a business recently, right? Either it's a colleague, it's an ex-colleague, a batchmate, a friend, somebody who we know has recently started a business, right? So there are so many different companies. The demand is definitely real, and the thing is that the supply is thin. There are a lot of positions, there are a lot of openings, but there are not a lot of people to fill in those positions, right? Do you know what? Between listed firms and large unlisted companies, roughly 40 to 50,000 companies are legally required to appoint independent directors right now. And as we speak, more than 30,000 seats are lying vacant for independent directors. And this is something which is going to grow many fold. By 2030 itself, do you know there'll be 1 lakh vacancies for independent directors? Imagine how big this number is. And the thing is that, like I said, not a lot of people are eyeing this opportunity, not a lot of people are talking about it. So the purpose for us to be conducting this 3 days of boot camp is that we want to spread awareness. We want to let people know that there is this opportunity that they can make good use of. And especially people who are either retired or approaching retirement, or are you know uh, basically middle managers, or basically have certain senior positions, certain number of experience under their belt by now, because you, by the virtue of your experience, are going to be a could be a valued member at a board as an independent director, right? There are a lot of businesses who need people like you, who have solved certain kinds of problems in their professional life earlier, and so they can help these businesses out as well, right? And that is why you, as somebody who's either on the verge of retirement, or approaching or is already retired, or again you are like a senior professional, becoming an independent director could just be the right thing for you, right? And this is the money is also quite good. Just when you're starting out, you can easily earn 20 to 50,000 rupees per sitting. So per meeting, basically, you can easily charge. And for small businesses, 20 to 50,000 is a range that you can easily charge in when you're starting out. And as you grow, do you know how much do independent directors earn once they go ahead and again get some experience with respect to it? They start serving on the seats of bigger companies. The limit right now, or the higher end right now, is 3 to 6 crores per annum. That is how much independent directors are earning just through their sitting fees, right? So this is again a great opportunity wherein you can leverage your existing experience. You don't have to you don't have to really get any other experience over and above this, right? You have to clear an exam, which is a very simple exam. We'll explain you the strategy as to how to clear the exam, and you can then you can then become eligible to be an independent director. Of course, there are more things that you have to be doing. Just clearing the exam is not enough, but that is very much doable within a short amount of time with the right guidance. We will be talking about all of that in the session. We'll be starting from the very scratch, right? There are so many different people who've been able to do this as well. We will share numerous examples with you. Don't think that whatever I'm talking about is just theory. Believe me, I will be sharing a lot of different, success stories, actual people, examples of people just like you who have been able to start their second innings by becoming an independent director. They are now serving on multiple boards. I will give you those examples, right? And that's that. Now I'll start taking your questions. Before I start taking your questions, there is one common question that I think I'll be getting, which is that I have XYZ years of experience in ABC field. Am I eligible to become an independent director? I want to let you know on the get-go itself that when it comes to securing ID positions, there is a seat for each and every one of you. What particular field you belong with does not really matter. There could be two things that could happen. Either, let's say you are from tech background. I'm just taking an example, right? You're from tech background. You have your experience in this particular field, and there is a business who is again a tech startup. So imagine the kind of help that you can provide to this business. It's just starting out. It's a small business. They are, it has a few people, but it needs more experienced people. It needs advice from people who have already worked in this industry, right? So that is something that you can do. So that is there. Secondly, even if you belong to a very niche field, or you may feel that there are not a lot of businesses that might be able to use my experience. That is not something, that is not the way that you should be thinking, because you can again, in such cases there are certain things. So there is corporate governance that you need to be acquainted with. There are certain rules, certain laws with respect to company laws that, if you're acquainted with, if you basically study them, practice them a little bit, you will definitely very much, very easily be able to take on the tasks that an independent director has to do. Secondly, also remember that this is not something that will take up all of your time. You are going to be paid on a per meeting basis. That to remember that basically every year, if like let's say you become an independent director for a particular business, for that business there'll be give or take 15 to 20 meetings in a year that you will have to attend, not more than that. And that is basically the length and breadth of your work. That is all that you're required to do. You are just required to uh, you know do attend these specific meetings, and that's it. There is no other thing over and above that you have to do. You don't have to go to their literal office in order to be able to do this as well. These meetings are mostly remote, right? So all that you have to do is get started, and we will give you that push. Starting tomorrow, we will talk about how you can go ahead and do this. You'll also see how easy it is once you get started, right? So I hope all of you are excited to be here tomorrow sharp at 2 p.m., right? So with that, let me take up questions from you guys, right? um I'll just scroll through the chat, and I'll see what are all the questions. Okay, so Padmavati says, in case of networking, will you teach us how to network or provide opportunities to do so? Yes, we will teach you how to really network with people who can get you to these positions, how to network with business owners like CEOs, CFOs, how to network with merchant bankers, because merchant bankers also play a great role when it comes to securing ID positions. So we will tell you how to network with all of these people, what to really say, what should your strategy be, not just how to find out these people, but how to really reach out to these people in what manner. Step by step, we will discuss all of that across the 3 days. Padmavati and others, right? Does being a woman confer special advantages? Says again Padmavati, your question. So yes, as a woman, basically there is more what do we say, there's an added advantage that women get because companies, they have this mandate that they have to have women on their board. So what companies do is that they go ahead and appoint women as independent directors if they don't have any women representation. So that is something which is an added advantage that women do get, right? Of course, having said that, it doesn't mean that it's something, it is a field which is dominated by women. I mean, where does that happen? So that is not something which happens, but yes, women do have this added advantage that a lot of businesses go for, right? How far could it be possible in the education sector? So, Umang, a very good question. Imagine how many people you must have trained by now. Your ex students, people you're already teaching, alumni, some of them definitely must have gone ahead and started businesses, right? When it comes to independent director positions, more than anything else, they need people who they can trust, who are good at communication, and who will give them solid, legitimate advice. That is the kind of people that businesses are looking for more than anything else. So teachers have an added advantage. Teachers are very good communicators, of course, right? This is a very good value addition that teachers get. Teachers are also very respected in the society, right? So again, businesses are looking to hire people who are who have some kind of credibility, right? Teachers can often write very well as well. So all of these things make teachers stand out, and you anyway don't have any dearth of network. You have so many students that you've trained, you must be speaking to, you must be in touch with. So there are so many businesses that you can find out who might be looking for independent directors, and you can start networking with them. This is one of the strategies that we will be talking about tomorrow, right? Okay, so Nagaraj says, okay, 58 years of experience, 58 years of age, 28 years of telecom experience, 10 years of middle management in network operation center. Can I change my domain? So, firstly, in your domain itself, also, Nagaraj, you will be able to find businesses. And basically, the thing that you have to do is you have to get started with building your personal brand, right? Firstly giving the ISC exam and then building your personal brand, letting people know what it is that you're worth, what is it that you already know about, and start networking with businesses, start networking with people. Think what value addition can you make in their life with respect to this business. What do you really know that you can help them out with? And then you start reaching out to these people and offer them help. Through that you create such a network that you're ending up building credibility. You're ending up bringing in more credibility towards yourself. That will again lead you to get or to securing these positions, right? So you've such a great experience working in your favor. You can definitely use this to your advantage, right? SBK, when are you answering the questions? I'm doing that right now. Have you put your question in the chat box? Farhan, Farhana, you say that you're a housewife. How can I work? I don't have any experience. I'm a baker and running cloud kitchen. So you're a baker, you're running a cloud kitchen. There are so many businesses who are, again, there are so many different ventures, cloud kitchens being opened up, or bake houses. Which might be going for IPOs or are again unlisted, but they do require independent directors. They do need people like you, Farhana. Why do you say that you don't have any experience? You do have experience. You're a baker. You are running a cloud kitchen. You know how to run a small business. That's a great amount of experience that you have, that you can help other businesses, tackle as well. So there you go, Farhana. That's great. I hope that your bakery is doing well, and I hope that I will be seeing you in the session tomorrow, so that it guides you better and you have a you know clearer picture of what is it that you'd like to do. How many aspirants are entering the field every year. Okay. So what has to be done is that there is this independent director exam that has to be given. Firstly, you enter your name on the ID data bank. We'll show this to you tomorrow. Once you've entered your name on the ID data bank, you have to then be giving the exam, right, after within a period of 1 year. So what a lot of people do is that they, even though they enter their name on the ID data bank, they don't end up giving the exam, which I don't know why, because I think there is this misconception that uh, there is this misconception basically that you need to have uh, a lot to study in order for you to be able to clear the exam, or it's difficult. And a lot of people of your age, they would think ki ab exam hame nahi dena hai, this is like we don't really want to sit for an exam right now. So that is an approach that they might give, they might have, but it's not that difficult. Once you start studying, you need 3 to 5 months of preparation. So yes, sorry, SBK. To come back to your question, every single year, people do enter their name on the data bank. They don't sit for the exam. We'll see the gap tomorrow. But that is the number is nothing in comparison to the number of opportunities coming our way. I'll show you how, even if all of you were to start getting independent director opportunities, there will still be requirement for more independent directors. And remember, very important thing, that it's not the case that if you are serving on one board, you cannot serve on another board. You can basically serve on boards of up to 7 companies in one go. Seven is a little too much. Legally, you are required to serve for up to 7 companies. Seven might be a little too much, practically speaking, but 3 to 4 is something that you can easily do. And a lot of people do that, right? So that's that. Okay, Swaroop says teacher for 15 years, 13 years working as an entomologist, vector control section in public health department from Greater Chennai again. So whoever is letting us know their experience, all of you have such a, so many years of experience. This is something that I hope that you are able to, utilize, and you are able to become independent directors and start this second chapter in your life. This is something which could just be so good for all of you, right? Again, this does not require you to gain any other further practical experience. You just have to put to use, you have to create visibility with respect to what you already know, right? Okay, teaching and administrative positions, 30 years of experience, says Santhi. Have taught as a high school teacher for 25 years. You guys are going to be so happy when we, discuss all the opportunities tomorrow. And we'll also show you different, with respect to different fields, how can you utilize your experience, right? So that's that. Ajay says, what is the basic eligibility? There is no eligibility per se. You should be over the years of 21. You should be 21 years of age, and you should be a 12th pass. That's it. To sit for the exam, that is all you need. Nothing more than that. All right. How many papers do I have to appear for ISA, and what is the total cost and time involved? So the cost is 5,000 rupees plus GST, and you can give the exam anytime in the entire year. There are 2 slots which open every day. So you can choose, it's an online exam. You can sit at home and give. It's a 50 question MCQ based question paper, right? And you have to basically score 50%. Chandramouli, that's for you. I worked in companies in Europe, uh, in VP level tech positions. I have 30 plus years of experience. Now a startup too. Absolutely, you are eligible, and not just eligible. You can, you have so much of experience, Amit. You should definitely be eyeing this. And I hope again that you join us tomorrow. You see for yourself how wonderful this opportunity really is. Um, All right. So Reena wants to know about the 3 days. What is it that we are going to be discussing? All right. Let me just tell you. So day one, we will discuss about the opportunity, who's eligible, what it really pays, the real and overblown. If there are any risks, a lot of people they all think that there are these risks, but let me tell you, these are overblown completely. We'll teach. We'll tell you what are the actual risks, right? How the IIC exam works and how appointments actually really happen. This is something that we are going to be talking about on day one. On day two, we are going to be discussing certain advanced strategies, the 6 months roadmap, building your personal brand, giving a TEDx talk, landing startup advisory roles, and connecting SMEs to merchant bankers. All of this we are going to be talking about on day two. Then on day three, we are going to be discussing a lot of skills, right? So this bootcamp, we are not just going to be sitting and talking. We are actually going to be delivering a lot of value because we are going to be teaching you skills that you can go and implement for yourselves as well, right? So you'll have some very good takeaways from these from this 3 day boot camp, right? So on day three, we'll talk about networking with CFOs and company secretaries, spotting IPO ready companies in your network, getting a book published, and handling your first board meeting with confidence. All of these things and more we are going to be talking about across the 3 days, Reena and others. Would there be any specific place to join the meeting? Yes. So, have you registered, Ashok? Anyone who has not registered for the bootcamp, we will be sharing the link for you to be able to register. Once you register, you don't have to worry about anything. You will receive the joining link in your email. And you will also get reminders for the same. So please do that. We will share it. We'll share the link with any of you who has not yet registered. Right? So that's that. Do you suggest preparation before attempting to take an exam? How many classes and any recommendations to approach? Yes, so of course, there is some study that you have to do. There are specific laws such as company laws, security laws, some corporate governance related, laws that are going to be asked in the boot camp. Sorry, that are going to be asked in the exam. And you should be prepared for it, of course, and there are certain mocks that you should give to prepare yourself better. And don't worry, we'll share all that roadmap with you. With that roadmap, if you put even 1 to 2 hours per day for, let's say, 3 months, that is going to be more than enough for you to be able to clear that exam, right? We will share that roadmap in the bootcamp, right? So that's that. What are the fees for helping us? So this is a 3 day completely free boot camp. Please come. We will share a lot of resources. There will also be giveaways. There'll even be a certificate. There are no charges for any of this. Please come, sit through these 9 hours, and you will get incredible value. Consultant pediatrician having experience of 36 years. How is my prospect? There are so many medical startups, Nataraj. Hi, Nataraj. There are so many medical startups. There are so many businesses who would need your help. You are a doctor. You already have a lot of credibility with you, right? Who would not want to appoint you as an independent director? You have to build that visibility for yourself first. That is the first thing that you have to do. You have to build your personal brand, right? Along with giving the exam. And we'll teach you how exactly is it that you can do that. Okay, so whoever is talking about their experiences, their skills, remember there is a seat waiting for all of you. Okay, so rather than I'm just avoiding those questions. I'm not taking those up because it might be a little repetitive. But be rest assured, all your experience, all your skills, you can put to good use, right? All right. So we'll end the session now. Let me just see if I have any questions that are not repetitive or that I would answer. If any of your question has been left unanswered today, also don't worry at all. We will be going into much detail today. We only had half an hour. We have a set of 9 hours on the coming 3 days, right? So don't worry. We'll take all of your questions. Okay, so there are people who are sharing their number of experiences. Reference material for qualifying exam, we'll share. We'll share in the boot camp, don't worry. Just come, Vivek, we'll share this with you. Okay. All right. Can we share? Noshina, are you here? Can you please share? Okay. Guys, we have shared the link to register. Please go ahead and access that link and register yourself. Again, there'll be no payment that you'll have to make. It is a very easy process. Please do so. Whoever has not yet uh, responded. All right. Yes, we will be guiding you with respect to appearing in the exam, the exam pattern, the kinds of questions also we look at. In fact, don't worry. Right. All right. With that, we'll end the session. It was great talking with all of you. I hope I'll be seeing all of you after, tomorrow itself. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for joining in. Um, have a good night.